What a good way to start the week, guys. Check it out. We had all the indexes up a good chunk today. The Russell went up 0.6%. The NASDAQ went up 1.1%. We had the S&P up 1.2%. And the Dow Jones, are you guys ready for this? Went up around 1.6% on the day as the VIX went down over 7%. So we're going to break down the indexes in this video. We'll go over some earnings, some stocks, charts, all that good stuff. So if you guys find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And do not forget to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit, you get 5 stocks right off the bat and you get a free share of SoFi stock on top of those 5 stocks, guys. So use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So check it out. It's currently about 4:50 p.m. So I believe we had Pinterest after the bell. Those earnings should be out here. We'll talk about them in a couple of minutes here. And I believe we had McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's was this morning. We'll break those earnings down as well. But first, let me show you what happened with these indexes, right? We had SPY pretty much uptrend all day. And again, it went up 1.2% on the day, up around $5, which was awesome, guys. And we can see we're clearly starting to bounce off of this channel that we talked about in my last video. Not a full clear reversal quite yet. This could just be a dead cat bounce for all we know, but it looks like buyers are starting to come in at the bottom of this channel at about 410, 415 on SPY. And if I pull up triple Q, it's pretty much the same thing, right? Look at this. We can see the channel that we drew out in the last video, and we did get some, buying pressure today, and we did bounce off of that, bottom of the channel. Now, the $1,000,000 question is, will this rally be sustainable, or is this just a 1-2 day dead cat bounce before we get, let's say, Apple's earnings on Thursday and the stock ends up falling down, or the markets end up falling down even more? That's, it's a tough question, right? We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but as of now, it's clear that we are starting to see, a little bit of a spike in volume, nothing crazy, but really just buying pressure come in at the bottom of this channel. And the fact that the VIX went down 7% today, that's a pretty good sign for the bulls, right? The VIX is now back under 20 points, and still it's up a ton over the past couple of weeks. There's no denying that, but now we're back under the highs from, it looks like here, the end of May, beginning of May, which the VIX hit around 21 points. So we're back under that 20-point threshold on the VIX, which is good in the short term, but who knows if this is short-lived? Who knows? For all we know, in the next couple of days, the VIX could be up to 25. I mean, geez, guys, these markets are pretty crazy. But as of now, we're seeing a very strong move, especially in the Dow Jones, guys. My goodness, the Dow Jones today went up 1.6%, a 500-point green day for the Dow. And it looks like we're, clearly seeing support at about 32.5. 32.6, which was support from the end of May. So this could be a dead cat bounce. I don't know. But as of now, we are getting a bit of a relief rally, which is nice considering how red the markets have been over the past, couple of days. And forget couple of days, guys. We're talking the last couple of weeks here. It's been a freaking rough time over the past couple of weeks / months at this point when it comes to the stock market. But believe it or not, if I pull up SPY, we can see that SPY's still up a good chunk year to date. Obviously not as much as triple Q, but year to date, SPY still up. Let's see, roughly without dividends invested or included, we're still up a good chunk. Let's say 5-6%, not bad. And triple Q is up, let's see, probably 8%, 9-10%, maybe more than that. I don't know. Probably more than that, actually. Looks like triple Q started off the year at about 265, and now it's at, holy smokes, wait a second, I was way off. Geez, yeah, this is still up 30%. Where the heck was my head at, guys? Jeez Louise, I need another cup of coffee after that, or a sip of coffee at least. My goodness, cheers, guys. I was way off on that, but either way, triple Q's up 30%. Yeah, 30%. Still, year to date, as opposed to SPY's, which, I mean, geez, I didn't realize it was that big of a difference. Yeah, SPY's now up around 6 to 7% compared to triple Q's 30%. Either way, you guys can see on the yearly chart, it looks pretty good still. Bulls are still in charge. The year has been pretty good, and triple Q, guys, is still up 30%, and it's right by the 180 SMA here on the 1 year chart, which has been support. Keep that in mind. It has been support over the past couple of months. So maybe we get some sort of pop where we're at now. This could be the start of the pop for all we know. So that's a quick rundown here on these indexes based on today's performance. And let's break down some earnings quickly, guys. We had McDonald's, which believe it or not, guys, I was in Italy, which you all probably know that. My wife and I were in Italy for our honeymoon. We were there for 3 weeks. Unbelievable time. Trip of a lifetime. Highly recommend it. We went all over the country except for Sicily. We do want to go to the south of Italy next time we go. I mean, we couldn't hit every spot, but it was fantastic. And McDonald's, guys, well, I consumed it a couple of times in Italy. That's when you know I was getting sick of the of the Italian food. I mean, Italy's great, but guys, the food is straight up Italian food. There's not much variety there like you'd think, or maybe there was. I just didn't know the spots. But like you see here in America or the U.S., wherever you're at, maybe you're in Australia, Canada, I don't know. But there's a lot of variety in those places, right? You got Mexican, you got Italian, you got your Chinese food, you got your sushi, Japanese, this, that, the third, right? In Italy, pretty much you had Italian food. You had your sushi spot here and there, some weird-looking burrito spots that I didn't really trust, to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And then you had McDonald's. So towards the end of the trip, I was freaking crushing McDonald's. That's when you know I was craving something different, a burger, fries. That's when you know when I'm eating McDonald's. That's when you know it's interesting times, right? And don't get me wrong, I love Italian food. I was eating pasta 3-4 times a day there. It was freaking unbelievable. But at some point, man, you need something different. And that's a little side tangent here. McDonald's, I was crushing it, man. It was pretty good in Italy. And what I've noticed, it's a lot better in other countries. I had it in Greece many times. I had it, I believe, in Spain. I forget how, that was a while ago. But either way, McDonald's was crushing it in Italy. I freaking love the fries. Unbelievable. Unmatched in my opinion. And looks like a lot of people have been eating the fries and the burgers, guys, because their stock has been going up throughout the course of today. The stock went up about 2% on the day. And we can see, if I pull this up here, they ended up reporting earnings of, let's see, EPS of adjusted $3.19 versus the $3 expected. That's good. That beat. And they also beat on sales. $6.69 billion versus $6.57 billion expected. And of course, you guys know McDonald's is not really I guess it is a fast food chain, but it's more of a real estate company, which is not what we're going to talk about in this video. But they have like 35,000 locations worldwide. It's probably more than that. But yeah, if you think they're a fast food spot, think again. Yes, they sell fast food. It's pretty good. I mean, depending on where you get it, for fast food, that is. Obviously, if you're comparing it to a Michelin star restaurant, it's not that good, obviously. But for fast food, McDonald's, at least the fries, they take the cake, in my opinion. But if you think it's just a fast food company, you got that wrong. They're a real estate company, guys, which we're not going to get into in this video. But overall, they did pretty well. Double beat there. Not bad. Anything on guidance here? I'm not seeing anything on guidance. Let's see, guys. Looks like McDonald's revenue climbs 14%. Nice. As price hikes boost U.S. sales, which makes sense. So, yeah, McDonald's at this point, guys, is up about $15 off the lows, which is a 7% move from 245 to 260. And now we're at a very big level of resistance here, right by the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart, which if this point breaks, guys, we could see some more upside. But let me tell you, this spot where we're at is a big, big level of resistance. Not only is it the 180 SMA resistance, but also we held this point as support back in February, where we held 260 and we ran all the way to 300. So we broke through the support, which now made it a new resistance, right? So I'm going to set my alert at 265. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above, and we'll see if we are able to break that point. Let me actually pull up the yearly chart. The yearly chart, not the 2-hour chart. God dang it. There we go. We can see, 265, big spot here. And on the 3-year chart, you can see as well, the uptrend's holding nicely. We held a higher low, bounced off the 180 SMA here at 245. That's awesome. So let's see if that continues for McDonald's. Let me see. The next one here is Pinterest. Their numbers just came out about 30 minutes prior to me making this video. And look at that, guys. Holy smokes. The stock closed at $25. It went up 3% on the day, and now it's up $3 after the bell, up another 12% on the aftermarket session. So 15% if you add the 3% from the intraday move. So they ended up doing adjusted EPS of 28 cents, which beat the 20 cents expected, and they beat on revenue, $763 million versus $743 million expected. All right, and it looks like here for Q4 2023, they expect revenue to grow in the 11 to 13% range year over year, which is awesome. And it looks like here non-GAAP operating expenses to decline in the 9 to 13% range year over year. And it looks like Q3 earnings highlights revenue beat and EPS beat, monthly active users up 8% year over year, which is strong. And now look at what Pinterest is doing, guys. We talked about this channel, downwards channel, which has been in for months. Clearly we were at the bottom of it before earnings. Now we're at the top of the channel here at 28 bucks. This is the moment of truth. Let me actually set my alert at 29 bucks. If this point is able to break, mark is at or above 29, we could be seeing a legitimate breakout on Pinterest, which we have not seen a legitimate breakout in months on this stock, guys, months. So my alert is set at $29 per share. So let's see what happens there with Pinterest. Pretty good here, guys, up 15% from where it was on Friday. Freaking phenomenal. And let me do one more company here, guys, before we wrap up the video so we can make it around 3 stocks for this video. So other earnings from today, not too many that were interesting. Obviously, SoFi, we covered that one earlier, so we're not going to talk about that again. But tomorrow we have, let's just take a look at AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Tomorrow we have this one, which usually makes pretty big moves during earnings season, and now we're pretty beaten down, kind of like what we saw with Pinterest, right? Beaten down at the bottom of the channel before earnings. It's the same thing here with AMD, right? Bottom of the channel, beaten down, death cross. Let's see if we get buyers in the low mid 90s at some point tomorrow. Maybe after earnings, we do get some price action there. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And maybe we, start making a move back towards 110.12. Maybe we break that channel, guys. Time will tell. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. It's free. And follow me on Twitter, X, at Stocks Talk Stocks. And you might as well get your free stocks from Moo, up to 16 stocks, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. Fund your account with your initial $100 deposit. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, and you get a free share of SoFi stock as well, which is nuts. And fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 6 stocks, you also get 10 more stocks. Again, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. That promo, guys, I'm telling you, is a no-brainer. So get on it. It's a limited time promo. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.